Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name's GBay99. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today, we are back with another video where we're going to sit down and figure this out, okay? Today, we're sitting down, we're judging how good is Irelia. I've made a lot of videos talking about Irelia since her rework went live. I've talked quite a bit about her. I've made my disdain for certain elements of her rework very well known, while also praising other elements. And today, I want to take a full gameplay commentary to expand on all of that, because I didn't realize, but I haven't really done a full gameplay commentary, or at least an episode of Let's See How Good Is. So, that is what we're doing today. We are playing Irelia in the top lane up against a Poppy on the enemy team, so this is going to be a bit of an interesting lane. But let me go ahead and just do a quick little recap without repeating too much, just like a 60-second recap of exactly what my thoughts on the Irelia rework are. My thoughts are as follows. Firstly, I love everything about the rework. I love all the skill expression. I love almost every ability that Riot has given her, and even the W, which I complained about previously, I finally figured out how to use, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. For the most part, I think everything is perfect, except for the fact that I don't like how you kind of have to play the early game super passively. That's the one thing. The old Irelia, a major part of her kit that I thought was very integral to her, and something that I miss very much about the old Irelia, was the fact that she was an aggressive champion. The new Irelia is played much more like a Yasuo, or like a Gangplank, or like any sort of boring... I kind of call them cowardly champions, because they don't really do anything in laning phase. They never try and go get kills. They never try and be aggressive. If you see someone that's being aggressive as one of those champions, they're either playing against a very weak laner, or they're just kind of bad, right? You're not supposed to do that on most of these champions top lane. You're really supposed to play for late game, because they have that hyper scaling. You know, a Yasuo can get kills in laning phase, but he's much more about playing for that hyper scaling late game. And oh shoot, I messed that up. I should have gone earlier for Zach. Sorry there, man. Yeah, I know a lot of Yasuo players are probably going to dislike this video the moment they hear me call their champion a cowardly champion. They're all weebs, so they hate being called cowards. But yeah, that's basically how I view some of these hyper late game scalers, and that's basically what Irelia has turned into. Now, I don't think there's necessarily a problem with some champions having that kind of playstyle, and I'm not necessarily that opposed to Irelia having that kind of playstyle, but I'm just kind of frustrated that Riot is making every new champion, every new bruiser top laner, and every reworked bruiser top laner, they all have that playstyle now. You know, Camille, Fiora, Gangplank, Irelia, they're all very, very weak in the early game, for the sake of getting some really, really strong scaling into the late game. So, yes, that is the big thesis of what I would say my opinion is of the Irelia rework. And that's why I kind of find it frustrating how Riot handled the rework. However, Irelia is still an incredibly good champion. She is still insanely good. She might be one of the best top laners right now. She might be one of the best top laners, period. And that's something that's a little bit shocking for me to say, honestly. Oh! Okay, we're good. That's something that might sound a little bit shocking with how brutal I've been about her rework as of late. But I figured it might be time for us to just, you know, take a little bit of time, do a full gameplay commentary here, showcase everything in an actual game of exactly what it is that I think of Irelia at every different level. Reason being... Oh. Oh, god damn it. Ooh. There we go. Oh, dude, I'm so fucking good at League of Legends. Yeah. So, yeah. I haven't played against Poppy in a really long time, so I kind of forgot about how to play against her. But thankfully, we're actually amazing, so it doesn't even end up mattering. She used her flash there, didn't she? And she already used her teleport, so we can shove this out and then really mess her up. Yes, so that's one thing that I feel like I should mention that I haven't really mentioned in any of my previous videos or previous moments on stream when I have complained about Irelia. I've never really talked about the fact that Irelia can do a lot of stuff even in the early game. Stuff like right there, solo killing the Poppy in a fantastic way that was super fun and awesome. That is something you can do. You actually can, especially against some of the other top laners that are weak in laning phase. Because Irelia is not just the only weak top laner, you know, all the other champions I mentioned, Fiora and Camille and Gangplank and Gangplank and Who else? Well, I mentioned 4. Whatever. Like, all of the top laners that have... Or Irelia was the 4th one, wasn't it? She's not the only weak laner top lane. And we have this kind of weird thing that I've mentioned before where because all of these laners are super weak and are supposed to play very passive, they're kind of actually able to be more aggressive because they're going up against other weak laners. And it's kind of like you have a power creep, but in the opposite direction. Olaf could be right here. I saw him go in the top jungle. I'm trying to do a good job of looking at my mini-map. That's the #1 thing I'm trying to improve on right now as a player. I haven't really made a video talking about those goals and everything in a while. Ooh, she was trying to engage there. Can we fight her? We have our level 6, but Olaf could be here. Question is he lane ganking? She's playing very aggressively for someone who just died, but it might be from frustration that she died in a stupid way. Oh, I'm so nervous. I want to go aggressive, but I don't have a ward. If I had a ward, man. We're face checking. But yes, so that's basically the big thing that I haven't really mentioned is that Irelia actually isn't all that bad. There we go again! Yeah, if you're really good, if you really understand certain power spikes, and of course if you're able to dodge opponents' abilities while landing some of your own abilities, landing your E, landing your ultimate, getting your maximum number of Qs spammed, you can really pull off some amazing things, and it looks like we're going to have to pull off some amazing things to win this game. I kind of forced this Akali to go mid lane by asking him to trade top lane for me, so we're gonna have to be the carry for this team, and we're gonna try really hard to do that. But yes, there's just a number of things that are all kind of not black and white. I feel like I've been doing Irelia a disservice. I've been treating everything as if it is black and white. I've been saying that, you know, Irelia is a bad champion, that she's a bad rework, that even if she's good, she's not a fun rework. She is fun in a lot of different ways, but I just think there's a little something off about how Riot chose to do the rework. There's a little tiny something off about it that I can't help but feel like it rubbed me the wrong way. You know, maybe this is just what happens anytime a champion gets reworked, is that they lose a little essence of what it is that made them their older selves. But I can't help but feel like certain older champions have had similar. You get that? Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh, there are way too many minions here. I need to get out. Oh! I need to pay attention, man. Don't kill me. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so anyway, though, that's what we're doing today. Uh-oh. We're playing some Irelia. We're doing our best to see if we can get a good series of... Come on! Hang on, did she leave? This is so tense right now. Okay, we're good, we're good. Yes, so, sorry, I keep on getting interrupted by the gameplay. Ha, funny that. I should focus on the gameplay a little bit more, maybe. But yeah, so today we're doing a full gameplay commentary. It's been a little while since we've done one. I generally like doing full gameplay commentaries because I get to expand on my thoughts quite a bit when talking about various different things. I think they're kind of interesting and kind of fun. I don't like to make too many of them because I do kind of view them as lower effort content, because I don't even have to edit this. I can probably just upload this straight to YouTube and then everything is fine. Everything is perfect. But I do like the longer format to discuss things, and I think this video in particular is one that I really wanted to make because I want to go through an entire match of League of Legends and show at like every minute how good Irelia is or how bad she is. I mean, you can tell that we're probably just getting a little bit lucky in some of these early game fights against this Poppy. It's not like we're... Ooh. Oh! Oh, that I got greedy there. Yeah, it's not like we're just stomping her all over. These are very close fights where when one of us gets a kill, it's through very small margins. It's not like we're just stomping the other one in the early game. And you have to consider that I believe Poppy is a pretty weak champion as well. Not only is she a weaker top laner in, she's also a champion that's weak in laning phase and then gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. But she's also, a not very meta champion because almost everyone else is better than her, just naturally speaking. So I think, I think you'll probably, hopefully, as long as the game goes on long enough, which it looks like it will, you'll be able to see exactly what I mean with, just how weak you are in laning phase. We had to play very passively earlier on, and we're only now starting to hit a power spike, and only got lucky off of a few kills, or only got a few kills off of luck. But by the end of the game, we're going to be dashing all over the place. We're going to be dealing significant damage. We're going to have a big presence in team fights, and we might even be able to 1v1 some people because that scaling is just so hyper stylized. It's like Irelia used to be a mid-game champion who was kind of good in the late game and kind of bad in the early game. Now she's crazy bad in the early game, crazy good in the late game, and kind of good in the mid game. She's just accentuated in that kind of way that I don't know entirely if I like it. I guess I've kind of been saying that I don't like it. That's why I've been complaining about her so much. Hang on. Does she want to fight? Oh. Okay. We'll just trade. We're fine trading. Poppy's starting to get kind of tanky, and she finished her ninja tabby. Does Poppy deal mostly physical damage or magic damage? She probably deals pretty split damage because I think her Q is magic damage and her Sunfire is magic damage, right? But the rest of her is auto attacks pretty much. Oh, what are you doing here? And yeah, you have ulti, so I'm. Oh, Poppy almost saved me there. Oh, okay, shoot. That I thought I saw my jungler on the minimap, and then I kind of assumed I didn't realize that the Olaf is on the enemy team. I thought he was coming to lane gank for me, but okay, it's fine. 2-2. This is probably a much more representative experience of what you'll see if any of you guys play Irelia. That's another thing that. One of the things with old Irelia that was kind of nice and kind of enjoyable was the fact that she was a lot easier to get through an early game with. She was a lot easier to get through a poor early game with because of the fact that her E was targeted. A lot of people have said that the only reason I don't like the new Irelia is because her E now takes skill to land. Ha ha ha, I'm not good at League of Legends. Ha ha ha, I'm so bad. I don't think that's the case at all. The thing that I don't like about her E being a skill shot is the fact that it's so difficult to land. It's maybe, I don't know, I'm probably not thinking of certain skill shots, and I haven't played every champion. Like, I don't think I've ever played Thresh, so I don't know if Thresh's skill shot is harder, but Irelia's E has to be one of the most difficult skill shots to land because it's so telegraphed, right? The instant you throw out one of the E's, then opponents are going to be dodging all over the place. They're going to be anticipating that second one coming out and trying to move very sporadically, so it's kind of difficult for you to predict where they are, whereas when you throw out a normal skill shot, all you have to do is predict the initial cast, right? All you have to do is throw it out, and if you think your opponent's going to dodge, predict the way that he's going to dodge it. If not, then just throw it at them and try and be accurate, right? The E has a layer of complexity that makes it so unreliable, and the fact that it's so bad, too, for a stun now, not even a full second stun, which I believe I've done a video showcasing just how many champions have longer stuns than a 0.75 second stun on their basic abilities. It feels like it's super hampering in the early game, right? It's difficult to land when you have to disengage. It's very difficult to land when you have to engage, and you basically have to land it if you're going to be killing people in the early game. If you miss it, then 99% of the time, if you're on even footing with your opponent, you're not going to be winning a trade. I should have stacked my passive here. Why didn't I do that? Okay, we'll get this tower. This will at least even up the towers. There we go. Poppy's bot lane. Did she use her teleport to go bot? I haven't really been paying attention. I've been going off on a tangent here. We have our teleport coming up in a minute, but she'll be gone from there. That ward probably won't be there anyway. Let's shove this out and then recall and buy. We're starting to get our items. Irelia has always been a champion that scaled very well with Triforce, obviously, but I think Triforce is probably the break-even point for the new Irelia. If she is this super bad champion in the early game the way that I'm claiming, and she's this super good monster in the late game, I would say that the Triforce, once you finish Triforce, that's the moment when she goes from being super bad early to super good late. Ooh, I would have loved to 2v3 that, but they only if the tower was healthy. Oh, they don't see me. They just warded that. But we don't have anyone here, and Jin's coming. Where was our team? Ezreal, you do not need to be... Well, I guess you can farm bot. Oh, I really want to fight this. He's going to see me. Oh, and we might be in trouble now. No, we're not, because we're amazing at dodging skill shots. Yeah, and I think another thing that I haven't really mentioned too much is a lot of the frustration that I have with the new rework is just saltiness, really. It's saltiness because old matchups that used to be skill-oriented or old matchups that Irelia used to win, she now loses them very hard, right? Darius used to be one of the most fun matchups to play Irelia into because it was a completely skill-oriented matchup. If the Irelia was good enough or if she just knew to Q the Darius anytime he charges up his Q, then she would win, whereas if she got hit by a Darius Q, then she would lose, right? That's exactly, or that's all that really went into, maybe not all, but that's one of the major components that allowed either the Irelia player to beat the Darius player or the Darius player to beat the Irelia player, was who could, whether or not the Darius player could hit the Q and whether or not the Irelia player could dodge it. That's a very, it might sound simple because it's only one ability and only one mechanic that might decide certain trades, but it brings out all sorts of mind games that makes it really interesting and kind of fun, I would say, to play because, both players know exactly what they have to do. They're both trying to bait out certain things from the opponent in laning phase, and any slip up can lead to one player getting a kill and snowballing the lane. Whereas now, Irelia just loses to Darius. She loses the early game, she loses the mid game, she loses the late game. She's never able to beat Darius. Darius is always going to crush her, and that's it, right? That's a lot more boring, where Irelia just has to play passively and hope her team carries her, whereas Darius just stops her. I think a similar thing could be said for Riven. I haven't actually seen too many Rivens lately, but I believe Irelia has a much harder time in that matchup now because the E is difficult to land with all the Riven dashes that there are. I also think that there's certain matchups, maybe even Akali, I don't know. I haven't played Irelia into too many of the old matchups top lane, but I think that's another reason why I'm kind of frustrated at her, is just the fact that she used to be so much more exciting. There used to be so much more that went on in her kit that no longer exists. Should I have been more aggressive there? I kind of got scared. This Poppy is stacking a bunch of boring stuff. Oh, I'm dead. Nope. She's going for that. Oh, I could have flashed that. She went to pick up the shield. That was goofy. Okay, yeah, so Poppy's now hitting a power spike, and she's also stacking non-stop armor items, which is going to be a little bit annoying and kind of frustrating, but that's okay. We don't really want to lane anymore. We want to go and split push. This is another thing that's different about the new Irelia. Or, excuse me, not split push, but team fight. We want to stop split pushing and group with our team to fight. That's another thing about the new Irelia that's just kind of, it's probably not even necessarily a bad thing, but it's just different. And it kind of feels, it feels a little bit like Riot betrayed me when it comes to, if you're going to do something different, then just do something new, right? It's like those all those stupid movies that are remakes of older movies out there, or all of those games that are reboots of older games that already exist, and they change the story and everything, and it's like, if you're gonna change the story, if you're gonna I understand, making it a new experience to a certain extent if you're basing it off of a previous story, but if you're gonna do what How to Train Your Dragon did, oh my god, no movie makes me more angry than How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know how many of you guys read the Hiccup the Horrendous books back when you were a kid. Those, if you didn't know, How to Train Your Dragon, How to Be a Pirate, those were a bunch of children's books, like the Chronicles of Narnia, but of a more modern day. I think they came out in 2000 or something. And they were some of the best books that there were. And then the movie comes along and completely ruins the story and fucks everything up. Toothless is supposed to be a really small dragon. He's supposed to be toothless. He's not supposed to have any teeth. That's why he's called Toothless, okay? He's not supposed to have any teeth. He's supposed to be the super small dragon that never gets bigger than like a parrot that sits on your back or whatever. Like, that's what he's supposed to be. And the fact that they just completely butchered him makes me so angry. Oh my god. If you're gonna make a new story and completely betray the source material, then why don't you make a new story? Why do you have to betray this thing that so many people hold near and dear to their heart, right? Ugh. It bothers me, and I think that's the crux of the frustrations I have with the Irelia rework. Your rework itself, it's not a bad idea. It's really cool in a lot of ways. It's very viable. Irelia is maybe one of the better champions out there, but It's, you know, why'd you have to ruin this old thing that I loved? Just make it something different. Just make it something different. Okay, whatever. I'm going off on a tangent. That's probably not as applicable as I'm making it out to be. We do have to keep on going top lane a little bit because Poppy keeps on split pushing in a very annoying way. You should be grouping with your team too, Poppy, okay? You're not going to be solo killing me as long as I'm smart and not trying to fight you anymore. You're just farming, and you have enough items that you can group and fight with your team. You've hit your scaling. You want to group. Why do you keep splitting? You're not going to take a tower. There's no tower left to take. Okay. Hang on. Is that all 5 mid? Olaf is down there. 4v4, we might win this, actually. Oh! Oh! Okay, that looked really bad, but that was kind of just because he flashed. Oh. No, don't die, don't die. I'm trying to... No, okay, you're dead. This game is starting to look kind of bad, actually. Oh, you're not dead. How'd you live? Someone let you jump to them? Okay, okay. Sorry. I'm still seeing red from that stupid, awful movie. And everyone loves it, too, because they think that it's it's such a good movie. Uh-oh. They see me now. I'm pretty useless without my ultimate at this point in the game, I think. Oh, and especially if I go... Oh! Okay, okay, we can do this. Maybe. It's like a 3v3, right? There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, 3 for nothing now. Let's go mid and try and take a tower. We need to start taking towers, I think. We're actually even on towers if we take this. I don't know if Olaf just took that recently. We're not really far behind, but it feels like we're further behind because they have a much better scaling team composition than we do. How did you get... Okay, whatever. I think they have a better scaling team composition because Poppy is going to get incredibly tanky. She's going to get a lot more tanky than Zac is. And then Soraka being able to heal a Poppy that has a million resistances is going to be very frustrating to deal with. So I'm a little bit worried about this game going on too long. But as I said, you know, we want to get into the late game. We excel as a champion when we're in that late game, when we're able to have that great late game team fights, you know, getting an ultimate on 3 people, 4 people, a full 5-man team ult. It's kind of difficult, honestly, to 5-man an ult, Q to each individual person without accidentally queuing to someone you already queued to, losing your Q cooldown. And then, you know, hopefully getting an E on multiple people as well. But if you can do that on Irelia, then you're incredibly useful and good in the late game. And you actually are still very good at diving people. That is one thing that I haven't given Riot enough credit for. You still have a lot of good potential when it comes to diving and just blowing up squishy characters. You know, this Soraka and this Jhin, if I ever catch them out, if they go and... Don't ward that. Don't have this warded. What are you doing? Hang on. Kali, go. Oh, no, no! Wow, why did he not run through there? Okay, we're safe. Just through some luck. Let's split bot a little bit because we have our teleport up. But yeah, we can still, you know, 1v1 squishies and blow up squishies pretty easily for the most part. But we do have trouble when it comes to extended trades. That's the thing with Irelia. She's like no longer a, she's no longer a sustained damage dealer. She's no longer meant to be a 1v1er as much as she's meant to be a burst champion. So she can still 1v1 certain champions if she can burst them down quickly from them being squishy. But a lot of the tanks and tankier juggernauts that she used to be able to dispatch pretty easily, she now struggles against heavily, and it's pretty annoying having to suddenly change your playstyle to be something that you've never had to be before. Ooh, can I 1v1 her? Is she gonna... Here we go. Is that the real one? You son of a bitch. Fucking Civ HD over here. Oh, you come on! Get back here, Civ! We're not gonna be able to catch him, are we? All right, it's fine, it's fine. We got his flash or something, didn't we? We got his flash, right? We at least got his flash. Oh, that was an enemy, not a teammate. Thank God she cannot land a skill shot. I thought my teammates were coming, but they're doing dragon, which is still very smart. Good job, teammates. Not to blame you or anything. Let's go ahead and steal this red, and then look to fight. Oh! She has her thingy up. There we go. We still get the kill. Good work, team. This game, this is actually a really good game. Feels like our team is working together very well. No individual is carrying any harder than anyone else. Macaulay's doing a fair bit of the work, but for the most part, we're playing as a team, and that's why we're winning the game. Now, this is where I'm a little bit worried about the lack of tankiness on our team, especially if Zach is in the jungle. We can't really go and take that tower. Uh-oh. Look out. Don't die. Oh! Oh, that was only 2. Oh, where's the third? They're over there. Get back here, you stupid fucking goat. We're not going to catch her, are we? This chase is probably not actually worth it because we, even if we kill her, which we will now because she tried to do goofy stuff. I guess she didn't have anywhere to go. But we are able to kill her because we outrun her with Triforce and boots. But we probably could have taken an inhib if we didn't waste our time chasing her down. So that might actually not have even been all that smart. But as you can tell, this is a lot different than, like, if those of you who've watched me play Irelia for long periods of time, if you've been a fan of my channel for a long period of time, you're probably used to seeing me go aggressive in the laning phase, get a bunch of early kills, try and bring that into the late game, but then throw, because I'm garbage, but also because Irelia doesn't scale perfectly on the old Irelia before the rework. This game has been the exact opposite. We did get a couple of kills in laning phase, but we quickly threw that lead away. We were 2-3-0 at one point, and now we're only, you know, it's only now that we're suddenly coming into our own and then having a lot of success when it comes to everything that we've been doing. It's the complete opposite of what you've seen before. And even if you don't, you know, even if you don't agree with me on Irelia being, I don't know, even if you think the Irelia rework is perfect and I'm just a stupid bitch that complains way too much on YouTube for money, then I think you can probably still see my score, see how it goes, or it's gone the opposite. Oh, I shouldn't have walked there. It's gone the complete opposite way of what it normally does. Oh. Oh, that is not the person. I really want to ult that. But our team is not close enough. Oh, I gotta go. I want to go in. That's another thing. I'm so squishy that... Okay, Akali's going in. Did Ezreal quit? Where's he? Oh, he was buying. We shouldn't be going in one by one. Like, the lack of Ezreal hurts us very, very much. I don't know if he was dead or if he was buying or if he was farming somewhere. But I don't think that was a good idea. Like, even if I went in there, we probably would have just all died. I might be able to stop their Baron with a good ultimate now. I don't know. I have my stopwatch. Oh, don't kill me. I probably can't stop it, but maybe we can pick somebody off. 1 or 2 people off. Oh, this is a waste. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get silenced and die. Oh, but we got... Good job, Ezreal. Good job with that ulti. Getting that Soraka. That's the pitch I was going for. Unfortunately, they're still gonna get that Baron, and they're gonna have no health, and they're all gonna live, and there is no justice in the world, but you might be able to catch out the Poppy, so that'll only be 3 Barons. This is a surprisingly good game. Normally, when I try and record gameplay videos for either YouTube or Facebook, I usually just have these awful matches where it's a stomp one way or another. But this is really close, and that's kind of worrisome, because we can't coast on our success that we've had so far. Now, our ultimate's cooldown is coming down, so we should be fine to group and fight anytime we want. Irelia in the late game, I feel like she's only really good if you have your ultimate. Your ultimate is such an important part of your kit now that that's another thing that's a bit of a departure from old Irelia. Old Irelia was very, very lackadaisical about her ultimate. Nobody cared if you had your ultimate or not. You could still go and deal a ludicrous amount of damage. The ultimate was only if you wanted to like 1v2 or 1v3 and you needed the extra healing for fighting against multiple people. But the ultimate now on Irelia, I mean, whether you're trying to 1v1 someone or whether you're going and trying to have a successful team fight, it's a very important part of your kit. We have our teleport. Do you have your passive, Zach? I'm teleporting. Our whole team is here except for me, so I have to be here. Okay, you did have your passive. Oh, I shouldn't have walked that way. Oh, don't die, Kali. Trying to save you, but Olaf is gonna kill you. Oh. Okay, we got her quickly, but we are going in way too late. Our teammates are all already dead. All my friends are dead. 9-4-3, pretty good score, but we have to close this game out. We're choking. I don't know. This might actually be some bad play from me, too. I actually have not played Irelia in a while. It's been like a week since I played her last, I think, so. That might be, not to blame that, but like, you know, some of the poor play you see here, or like some of the lack of success we're having right now, might be from the lack of us playing too much. Okay, they didn't win yet. We can still do this. We can still win. Should we chase them down? I kind of feel like we should to stop recalls. They're probably too far gone, though. Okay, they're that way. Oh, we should keep chasing. Oh, come on, team. Okay, whatever. We can 1v2. No, we can't. Ah, god damn it, god damn it. Okay, shoot, I didn't think about the LeBlanc showing up. I thought, I figured that Soraka was trying to bait me, but I was hoping she was just like, you know, trying to bait me with her ultimate or something that came off cooldown. Didn't expect LeBlanc to be around the corner. Can you pick him off? If you can, that's really good. Why don't you have an Iceborne? Come on, Ezreal. Okay, you got him. Good work there. Yes, good work. We just need to make sure. We need to make sure of two things. We have to make sure they don't backdoor the Nexus, and we also have to make sure that we win. We have to make sure we show up to team fights. That's the other thing. Oh, and I didn't use my stopwatch again. I gotta remember I have stopwatch when I buy it. Okay, okay. We only have one item left to build. What should we go for? I want to go for one thingy because they have so much magic damage in LeBlanc. Oh, I gotta defend this. LeBlanc might try and backdoor. I can defend this for now. I don't know if I can defend the inhib and this, though. Is it ever worth it to charge up your W just for the sake of wave clear? I feel like not. Okay, she gone? As long as she's gone. I think if we lose another inhib, we might lose the game. Oh, you guys are getting caught out. I don't have teleport. Please win that. Please win that, teammates. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. What should we sell? What should we buy for our final item? Probably magic resistance. The LeBlanc is the biggest, scariest threat, but they also... I mean, we have a little bit. Let's not do it. Magic resistance is dumb. Oh, fuck. I want to join. I want to join and fight. I need to fight. I need to be there to team fight with you guys if we're going to win this, because that's how you fucking win on Irelia. You team fight. But if I leave the base, the minions are going to kill the Nexus. But now they're going to kill the Nexus. We can't hold them off, can we? Come on. Oh. Oh my god, I'm amazing. Oh! Dude, I'm actually amazing. Irelia is actually amazing. Dude, if we won the game off of that. If we win the game off of that. Oh my god, I'm so good. Okay, we have to win this. We have to win this. I don't want to lose this game. I don't want to upload it if I lose, but I gotta. This is really good gameplay. But yeah, so the whole point of this video, judging the Irelia rework, that's what we're trying to do here. And if you could not tell, I guess to summarize, my judgment of the Irelia rework is that it's different. It's different in many ways that I'm not too sure I'm comfortable with. It's different in many ways that disappoint me because I always thought a rework was meant to build off of ideas that a champion previously had. Riot did do that to some extent, keeping some of her old abilities and kind of keeping some things similar to how Irelia has been previously, but for the most part, she is completely different in terms of her playstyle, in terms of her scaling, in terms of what she tries to do when she's in a game of League. That difference in playstyle has rubbed me the wrong way, which is why I complain about it often. But it's still a very, very fun champion if you can if you can wrap your mind around that new playstyle, which is very easy if you haven't played Irelia before, or even if you've just played her a little bit. But if you're someone that's like basically one-tricked Irelia for a really long time, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for you to do because it's so drastically different from what you're used to. But it can still be very fun. I'm having a lot of fun this game. We got to win. Oh, that's her. That's the real one. And we got her. Oh, I have ulti. Oh! Oh, are you kidding me? Here we go. I thought you would try and dodge back. Of course he's not going to, though. Poppy's not that good. Good work. Oh, can we win? Can we win? We have 20 seconds. 20 seconds. We can't win, can we? $15 seconds. Zach's backing. He doesn't want to go for it. He probably shouldn't. Come on, come on. We can do it. We can do it. Yes, dude. We carried the shit out of that team. That was amazing. Oh, my God. I'm so good at League of Legends. I'm so good at League of Legends. Oh, that was dope. That was dope. That was the most fun I had playing this game in a very long period of time. Dude, that was awesome. Good game. Well played. Give the honor to the Akali for letting me play top lane. And you're welcome for carrying the hell out of you guys. Dude, that was great. That was a great game. I had a lot of fun there. Okay, so let's look at some of these stats. Yeah, as you guys can tell, Irelia is now no longer an earlier mid-game champion. She's almost exclusively about playing for that late game. She's really fun if you can wrap your mindset around that play style, and you probably should if you're someone like me that's a grumpy old Irelia main because, oh my goodness, she is so fun. She is so fun and so good if you play her right. You guys only give me one honor? Come on. I carried you so hard. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching today's video. I will see you all in tomorrow's video. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.